Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. I'm down to 17 minutes. I was filming too. You can see my good tan. Um, Tomorrow I will have to take a little bit more of a head-on photo. I realized with my photo at the lake, it wasn't quite head-on. Something like this is a little bit more, um, yeah, something like this, and then one more like this. Um, yeah, something like this. Anyhow, you can see it's almost identical. Maybe hers is actually just a little bit bigger than mine. I was very surprised with that. So without further ado, guys, here I will go ahead here um, and just get ready for the shower with you guys, and then I feel so cute in rocking this. Oh my god, guys, beyond adorable. Look how cute that is. Ain't nothing sweeter than us Georgia peaches. Oh my god, guys, beyond adorable. Alright, guys, anyhow, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm not gonna do all that in front of the camera. Girl, I will do this. That's cute. Hey everyone, your girl. Oh my god, only 15 minutes. Let me, first off, oh my god, I can't believe that. First, let me delete what I have, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Let me also screenshot it so you guys can see it too. That is very, very low, guys. Okay, look, look. I'm such a goofball. I love it, guys. Alright, guys, now let's... Guys, just crack myself up. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So I hadn't deleted any videos since last Monday. So obviously there was a lot and a lot and a lot of films that I had to get rid of. So anyhow, guys, here I am now. I wanted to share my progress. That way then tomorrow when I'm on the water with you guys, I can just, focus on paddleboarding and talking about, how confident I'm feeling and everything. So, I did some research on the grappling hooks. They seem like a decent, avenue. Here we go, a decent avenue. But, it's all a matter of how many feet, would I want, and how many feet could I also lasso. I also thought of just getting a rock, because I thought about it. I was like, wait, if my paddleboard can hold me, right, and I'm obviously over 160, like I'm not going to share my exact weight, but if I'm, that much, clearly, like I could, and I wouldn't want to throw, like, lasso it around, right? The last thing I want is a rock to come down on my head while I'm paddleboarding. So I could, like, just toss it out like they do, with boats and stuff. Um, so those were two good ideas. Also, I decided I could do some dumbbells. I believe I brought them from my house, or no, I'm sorry, my gram actually, yeah. My gram brought them from her place, so I could always work on, dumbbells, working on those. Um, I'm also going to start doing just 25 push-ups every, like morning and then lunchtime and then night. So 75 a day that would be, working on the upper body a little bit better. So I did some research. The grappling hooks were quite a bit of money. So I just decided, well, what about rope, right? Because I thought about, what about the rock, right? Like, what happens if I threw a rock to, but I was like, well, a rock might actually go through all of the trees and stuff that are on the side, So I just decided that instead of dealing with all of that, I would just get like a lasso and see how far I can do. Because 20 feet of rope is actually probably all I would need, honestly. Because I would get that close to the shore, or the bank of the creek. So it'd only be like 20 feet that I'm needing to, really, really then go out there. And it's also less expensive, by like a good $10. Now there was three prong, so three prong, oh, I have to watch my, but I did figure out something really, really good, and I did accidentally break, here we go. So what I learned, you have to do is, see, and I want to find a better way to support that and hold that, but this is actually the thing that I'm going to test tomorrow. Okay, so, alright guys, so you see that there, right? You get as close as you possibly can, okay? And then, you would obviously take as many, as you would need, obviously. This would just be for the back, right? So connect it to that front anchor and end your final anchor coming up and through and back down. So that would be the first anchor, which would be easy, right? That way then I'm not needing to work with like 3 freaking prongs, just all sorts of just crazy stuff. And then once you get the back anchor to the front, then you tighten it up real, real tight. You guys can see it really doesn't want to move at all. So that would obviously be anchored here in the back. You guys can see. So then you'll start another one, right, for the front. And like I said, I tried multiple different things, but this one will be it. It'll help my video also tomorrow, since it's only one thing to be, a good lengthy video. So look. Alright, so then, with this thing here on top, all you have to do then is, so this is obviously in the back, so let's treat it like it's actually here. Obviously, again, I would do all of these through. Alright, so now with this in the back, and this up front here, so you would just take, again, once you loop it around, usually it's about 6 or 8, you bring it up, and then, obviously, again, this would be, oh no, it wouldn't be cut off, so I would have to, and then, there you go. So anchor that down, and just try to watch, right? So obviously, again, it looks really, really crazy right now. This is all on the bottom, so don't worry about the bottom. Just worry about the top. So then, like I said, once that goes through, it should be a very, very secure, because, the weight is evenly distributed along the front half here. So that's very good. And then you have your weight in the back. So no, I also didn't figure out what book that I was gonna read, but that's okay. I watched another person. I might have to find his, just give me one second. He had a lot of really good things. It was similar, but less, if there was anything about a girl, right, it was less non-hateful, right? Like I said, it's like, count the number of men and jump off kind of thing. It's like, nah, it's getting pretty hateful towards women. Oh, there it is, Zach V2, and obviously, the oversharing online, that was pretty funny. Um, especially the keyed car woman. Um, and he was, appropriate about it. And then people are getting fired for TikToks. Well, it's not actually getting fired for TikToks. It's because of your behavior. Those ones were pretty funny. Ratting things out. And then one was even violating HIPAA by, live streaming just for 50 people. Kind of crazy for a Monday because I was just sharing about that too. And I decided to watch a different version of things today. For a Manic Monday or a many different versions Monday. And I was just sharing about how, I don't do that stuff. Like I don't, you know, be like everybody on planet Earth, right? Needs to know, the graph and all of that. Oh, and then, travel outfits to the airport. That one was actually not what I was expecting. Don't wear, or I'm sorry, don't wear cotton, because it's more likely to catch fire. So if there is, let's say those lithium-ion batteries that obviously have issues, and I actually like this background. I might start using this background more. So the lithium-ion batteries, they can catch fire. Trying to wear cotton underwear. Sometimes, they're not made to be sitting in, and I was like, I don't remember that. Obviously the shoes, right? So, don't wear like army shoes, right? Like the ones that are really high up on your ankle, and tie them. Tattoo regrets. Talked a lot about, the brain and the frontal lobe, which again, right, being developed and all of that. And I was like, oh, I was also talking about that earlier today. So it was very crazy. And the one woman was like, yeah, I was told that it would be, something about like ink and something else, and it would be able to be removed, but it wasn't. She's like, I didn't quite understand. That one was funny. And then filming people, and then the number one thing they want to do then is go film it. Which also kind of goes off what I said, but a little bit differently. Like I said, with, you can't really judge, emotional pain, but, yeah. Obviously, he didn't really bring that up at all, but that's okay. People don't know how to present it, and all of that. So those were, you guys can see, I basically binged him then here this afternoon. And obviously, the issues with the parents, and is it, the parents that are buying the earphones, stuff like that. So it's been a really, really good, Monday here. So anyhow, guys, like I said, tomorrow then, I will get on with you guys in just a couple of minutes for you guys. And we will be paddleboarding again. We'll be testing my skills. Like I said, sticking the GoPro under. Definitely doing my distance. And, maybe, just maybe, I don't know if I don't remember, and obviously I don't have the film now, because of my phone. Maybe, just maybe, I can, see where the banks are in the grooves, and I can get really far down with you guys, and really get this all settled, here before it's officially August. And then, August I'm going to have to anchor down with working, and then, September, pretty much the middle of August is like the final countdown here in Pennsylvania. And then, oh, it's 9 o'clock, so I gotta close my blinds. But it's like, yeah, the final countdown has begun pretty much at that point. And then usually once Memorial Day hits, or I'm sorry, Labor Day, that's pretty much the end. You got maybe 2 weeks at the most before water temperatures are just not cool to be in here in Pennsylvania. So anyhow, guys, I also might also, because, you know, if I don't fall in, I'll feel confident enough. You know, so with that being said, I might actually just still continue to go even in October, right? You know, which would be a little bit weird, right, with the water temperature, but, you know, I'm not going to fall in, so I won't be worried, right, about, like, that. It's not like, you know, I'm on the water, I'm not in the water. Sometimes, though, you guys have seen the water kind of gets up on my paddleboard, but that's no big deal. So definitely very, very, very excited for tomorrow. It's my time to shine. Time to shine Tuesday. There we go. Like I just said. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'm happy everybody, you know. And also, by the way, I didn't talk about the prices for the GoPros. So the GoPros, or I'm sorry, there's a specific one for the GoPro. But the 3-prong is, you know, like the 3 suction cups. It gets pretty, you know, expensive and all of that. But the only thing with 3 suction cups is I don't have to worry about it doing forward or backward. I would have to worry about getting another bigger mirror, which could also be a good hunk, right, of money. So I'm gonna definitely try working on that because, you know, with me having a little bit late of a start, you know, it's almost like you have to know the positives, right? And not overcompensate for positives, like I said, with not needing a GoPro this year. You know, but it's like $100 can be, you know, 3 full fill-ups of gas, or $100 could be 2, you know, full-fledged, you know, 3 or 4 course meals, right? You know, or like that rooftop dinner in Miami, which was pretty expensive. So something like that, you know, you have to remember that, and then try to, you know, make do with other things, because, you know, mirrors aren't cheap. Obviously, you know, that big mirror, which obviously I left, right, and you guys saw it was beneath the canvas. Beneath that one was, oh my god, guys, that was ridiculous how much money that was, almost like $500, believe it or not. So mirrors aren't cheap, so finding one of those is probably much less in the long run, to just have one of these, to have the zip ties. Actually, come to think of it, let's search that now. Let's search. And I don't even know how much they are. I never really paid attention. Yeah, here we go, guys. 75 cables is only $4. So you can go through probably 60 paddle boards, using, because usually I use 8 each, you know, going around the front and the back. So anyhow, guys, a nice little 15-minute edition, which is amazing. So then tomorrow, obviously, it'll be another 15, maybe 20, maybe even a little more. And then it'll be a nice little, you know, 2 segments, right? 2 segments where it was my time to shine, or sharing, or I don't know, so I'll find something, but like, you know, sharing one thing, or too cool of a setup, while I'm sharing, because I'm just kind of sharing now, and then it was, or too much setting up for success, and then time to shine in my 2 segments, or something like that. So anyhow, guys, like I said, I gotta get here and close my blinds, but thanks for watching. Just again, overall very excited. So now that it's 9:05 and I want to get a good night's sleep, I'll just follow my normal regular routine. Usually this is about the time that I really cut back on my screen time. So I'll go out and have my snack, and then brush my teeth, pearly whites, and then I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes, in my paddleboarding. So anyhow, guys, we'll talk to you guys later. See you in there. It's a person behind me, but I'm not gonna pay for them, just because of my financial situation right now with not having a job. But what the heck, guys? I was just talking about a belated bird egg check. What, last week at this time? Well, last week. Well, actually, yeah, because it was Tuesday I went and saw it, and then Wednesday I actually went in. These Freaky Fridays are just making the craziest videos and the craziest summer. But definitely the 4th of July, I'm thinking that's my #1 nomination. That was the freakiest Friday. And I haven't had too many Wild Wednesdays, so if I start having more of those, I'll have to go back through and figure out which one. And then, like I said, at the end of the year, I'll choose it, right? So I'll get my nomination and my awards, and then I will also choose, you know, one for, you know, you guys obviously see my, top 10 most, you know, songs and all of that, like you guys always do. So anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. Yeah, they're getting their food, so I better hurry. Anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. Their window, oh, you hear them? Have a good day. Closed door. The windows was broken. I dealt a lot with that, thanks for our Pennsylvania weather. Anyhow, guys, here we go. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So here I am now. Yes, I did choose a little bit different of the location. You guys can see. Obviously, it's very obvious why I do that from time to time. So anyhow, guys, I wanted to show you guys how good I've gotten. I guess I'll just set you guys right here. Yep, there we go. Let me see how. Yeah, I guess you guys can see it pretty good. I'm pretty good now. So what you have to do, it always ends like this. You have to, wait, hold on. Yeah, open. Okay. See, not too shabby, guys. Only a couple seconds. So now, what I'm gonna actually do with you guys today is just put you guys in between my cleavage. So, too much cleavage Tuesday. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go take that down, put my stuff in my Rhino pack, or waterproof phone case, whatever you want to call it, and then I'll start a video. I'm actually just gonna take off my alright, well, I don't know how to show you guys, I guess. There we go. Alright guys, so I'll take off my top now. And yeah, I shouldn't really be doing it in a bra, but that's okay. So here's this. Let's go ahead and put this in. we go, guys, up in the front. And then, oh, by the way, if everybody's wondering, yes, indeed, my Texas one did break. I was shattered when it broke. Somehow it like popped out the front. It really made no sense at all to me. So anyhow, guys, here we go. My keys and everything. So there, and there, and then I can't see it, so I'll use my and that's why GoPros are made very, very good, guys. Not a damage done to it. You gotta love these. Like I said, they're definitely worth the investment for sure. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So here I am now, finally back. You guys can see there is a little bit of a ripple out there. And just because, again, there's no really reason, because it would only be like 10 minutes at the most that I'd be walking where cars would come. The road really isn't traveled that much, but I just don't want to have to, you know, get off underneath that bridge and then, you know, walk along. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, women have boobs, right? Which, you know, the appropriate, you know, I mean, don't know what to tell you. It's what we have. We have boobs. But I just don't really, not really in the mood for it, I guess you would say. So I am going to start by going upwards, and I'll start by going way out into there. Well, let me actually see. No, I actually am, but I'm not gonna go out that far. But we are gonna start going upstream, guys. So let me do my and guys, this isn't final. Honestly, just wait till I get out there, and then I'll flip you guys around, because that'll be a little bit of a challenge. So just wait till I get out, because I'm doing it from the sitting down position. If I'm doing it standing up, I can have you guys at least one up, but that's not the case. So let me go ahead and yeah, wait till I'm out on the water with you guys. All right, guys, that was super easy. I just brought it out far enough. You know, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be all that much. And I'm very happy that I don't have you guys head on. Yeah. And yeah, I'm very happy I don't have you guys head on. That is ridiculous. So, yikes. Well, alrighty then, guys. Very happy. I can't tell if that's tearing or what it is, but it's boom right there. So anyhow, guys, here we go. We'll see how this works here. Yep, you guys are secured right in between my boobs. So without further ado, guys, this will be my, yeah, so do this way. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna, like I said, start by going up. Nope, I'm not messing around with this river this time, or the creek. I am going straight up. No. Now lift that. Come on. My God, guys. You guys can see. It's really only a second. That you have when the current is like this. My God, guys.
this might be just a practice of upper body strength, guys, because this is just crushing me. Guys, I can feel like, and you guys can probably see it too. You know what, guys? As soon as I get even a told you guys, I'm not messing around. Hang on, almost there, guys. I just need a little bit more. Alright guys, here we go. Get it out, Alyssa. Come on, Alyssa. Whew. Alright guys. No. Big cleavage issues from BTC issues. Anyhow, guys, you guys can see exactly what I was talking about. But you can see that was a good 5 minutes. Which means I really put the hammer down, and I said, and you guys can see the ripples. I really hope you guys can like hear, you know, or at least see something. Like for example, like you hear it just rolling through the camera, like I showed before. Because right about there is where I was. Okay, I don't know why it, I'm glad that it was filming the whole time. But like I could feel it just like rolling, barreling down. So I really wonder, you guys can even see it kind of here by these rocks. So I really hope that I got under far enough. See, there's no way to do it with my feet, but I'd really love to like go out there. So what happens, guys, if I docked? How about that? And went on out. Alright guys, we're just gonna walk out there and see. Because I'm really dying to know, what is it? And make sure there's no big drop off here, guys. Alright guys, I can't really see. I mean, this would be a good test if I fell. You know, and there is a drop off. And then I could get a partial, you know, I fell off my paddleboard kind of thing. Gotta do the Stingray shuffle, I guess, guys. For reals. Alright guys. Doing the Stingray shuffle out here. Yeah. Just hear it, right? You just hear that around my bottoms? Obviously they're much nicer now. Alright guys, I'm gonna stick it under and just see. Just listen to it. You could just hear it, but we still don't know what it is. Oh, thank God. I really wasn't watching that paddleboard at all. Holy cow. Stop it. You seriously gotta wonder where that comes from, guys. It's just non-stop. But hey, I put up a good fight. Here, no, I'm actually not gonna walk out there. Oh God, guys, that's thunder. Better hurry. Better hurry now. Yeah, I gotta hurry, guys. Get the heck out of this water. Everybody knows the story in Florida. There I am, bringing up Florida again. Where a person was plenty outside of the, you know, the storm, and then a lightning bolt came into the ocean and struck him, and he died. That was also the same in South Carolina. So, where there's thunder, there's lightning. Anyhow, guys, that was really, really good. Putting up 5 minutes, and you guys could see I almost made it up to the tree, too. But I really didn't even try for the first probably 3 minutes. You know, you guys obviously saw I didn't really try for the first like 3 minutes. So I really, really, really like that, guys. So anyhow, guys, I will go ahead and get going. Once I make sure it's not going to rain, I'll look at the weather and see, and then I'll be back with you guys. And just, you know, like I said, make sure it's not going to thunderstorm, and then be back with you guys. So give me a couple of minutes. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So I just looked, and no, that was probably just that noise again. It wasn't actually anything relating to storms. But anyhow, guys, without further ado, I will go ahead and, you know, sorry, there was just a car that came through. Now it's back at my car. Yeah, there they go. So anyhow, guys, yeah, they're going. So anyhow, guys, I will get back on with you guys. Then we'll see how much endurance I can put into it this time. Okay, so just kind of actually push this up to there. And then... Okay, and then push this up. Rest of the way. All right, so you guys are officially now out. And we're gonna see how far we can do again. And there it is. Buffet shoes be popping right on out. Boom, 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 boom. And like I said, I really like that it's kind of torn there a little bit, because then you can't make out the stuff that well. Thankfully, right? Just the outmost silhouette, which again is... You guys good? Jeez. All right, guys, here we go. Have you guys right in that lace band. Okay, guys. Oh, guys, I can feel it raining now. All right, guys, here we go. Final practice. And I'm not going to mess this up. No. Guys, it's so hard to tell if that is thunder. I don't know, guys, but I do know I gotta... Guys, there's no way those are trucks on the bypass, or on the... I don't know, guys, but I do know I gotta practice this. You guys can see how careful I am. I want to make sure I... See, guys, I don't know if you were like this in Florida, if a gator, probably with that splash there. do my slam on the brakes, and then whew. Holy cow, guys. Yeah, guys, that's definitely thunder. All right, guys, so it looks like it's around, catch my breath, looks like it's around, jeez, around 5 minutes each time. You guys can see that towards the end, I really practiced the very, very, very slightest bit forward when I was getting pretty close to the tree. So since this is around 7 minutes, I want to say maybe 3.5 to 4 minutes. So you guys can see I did a really, really good job at once I knew I was gaining. It's just that might have been one of the times where the anchor is needed, you know, for 5 or so minutes, because you guys can see I put up a really, really good battle the second time. It just wasn't quite enough, but I still very, very, very like this, guys. You know, really working on the upper body. It's decent. I definitely could get much, much, much better. Here we go. You guys can see I got decent triceps on me, which is good. But I definitely need to work on that. You know, and also next time I come here, since there is a thunderstorm now, you can hear the thunder, and that's definitely thunder. You know, next time I come here, I can grab onto the tree, right? Like I said, you know, and just kind of see how I do. And before I end this freaking film, let me stop with my blonde moments. Alyssa, what the heck is wrong with you? All right, guys, let me go to workout and walking. All right, guys, now we are going to walk up here so we know how far it is. Ridiculous, Alyssa, ridiculous. Why do I keep forgetting this, guys? I keep saying I'm gonna do it all the time. I seriously wonder what the heck is wrong with this thing. Like, it's just barreling down here, guys. Like, look at my freaking shorts and just listen to it. Alright, guys, so this will be the... Come on. I don't understand it, guys, at all. Just hear it. Alright, guys, almost there. I really gotta freaking hurry, guys. Because I do not want to, yeah, be like the person in Florida. Alright, guys, let's see what it says. 1:56, I'm not worried about the time. Okay. Ditch that, exit. 0.02, guys, that's it. 0.02, that's it. Whew. Jeez, guys, this is just like carrying me. This is insane. Wild, guys, wild. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I will go ahead here and get going. My gosh. Oof. I don't understand why it's like this, guys, at all. So anyhow, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. As soon as I get home, I will, you know, upload these and get them uploading. Definitely need to be out of the water now. Yeah, and it's kind of crazy, you know, because usually I do like 1/10 of a mile in like a minute when I'm running. So that's usually why my pace is usually around 10-minute mile, because everybody knows 0.1, 0.2, all the way up to 0.9 and then a mile. So basically when I'm running, I could have ran 2/10 of a mile in 20 seconds, but it took me 5 minutes. So you guys can see really my upper body strength and my lower body strength are about the same. But I definitely still, again, need to practice that. That is just insane. Ooh. That's thunder, I can tell you that. There ain't no clunking around on the bridge. So anyhow, guys, I don't want to ramble on. Just thanks for watching, guys. Very, very, very excited. And I will actually start coming to this spot too when I'm ready to paddleboard. And definitely do a viz check at the other spot sometime later. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Not too fast, guys. Not too fast. Ta-da! Nice little quarter. From New York. And I didn't share. You guys can see a person had their dog up here. They were throwing a stick to him when he came out. You guys can see he went up in here, and then I talked to him for about a good 10 minutes. You guys can see he dug in the dirt up there. So maybe it was them, because they were just from New York, they said, or you know, in New York. And they have kids and stuff, they said, that's out in California. So every March they take, their dog and all of them out there, about 6 weeks. And then Florida, they go to Florida, because of course I brought up Florida, and I'm practicing for any, strong currents in Florida and keeping away from those gators. She says she's, went to the Panhandle and all of that. And I was like, oh, so you mean like Interstate 10, right? And she's like, yeah. So it was kind of cool to see them here once I first got here. And they were even like, huh, that's so weird, because we don't usually see other people here. So anyhow, guys, there we go. A nice little souvenir. Little souvenir. Can I steal it from you? No, you can't. I'm sorry. You can't steal any of my Florida stuff either. Welcome to Miami. No, I'm joking, guys. That is still a little bit yet. Welcome to Miami.